she may be, she should touch this whole wide world over, never find another man like me. Now, this is the suit that Ian Carmichael very, very generously, very kindly just donated to me one day, and I think he'd also possibly outgrown it. And I've since made suits for myself. The suit that I'm wearing just now, I don't think I've ever put this suit on and not had some sort of compliment. Somebody will say, "Nice suit, old boy," or whatever. And I think Ian Carmichael was very frequently complimented on the way he dresses. Now, I used to take suits like this and examine them, and they were made by really good tailors, really good Savile Row tailors and West End tailors. And I would say, right, if I'm going to make anything, it can't be poorer than this. And there isn't anything that can't be improved. So you look at it really, really carefully. So how can I make it a little bit better so that I can say my stuff is the best in the world? And maybe they've used plastic buttons. I need to put a real horn button on. Maybe they've used a polyester lining. So I put 100% cotton twill linings. Maybe there's something in the canvas. There's nothing that can't be improved. And then I want to say that if I've made it, nobody can make a better one. I looked at things that were made by Lambourne in the old days. I looked at things that were made by Bladen, which was part of Chester Barry. And that was the best stuff around. And I thought, right, I can put a better lining in here. I can alter the cut a little bit. I took some pointers from a few Savile Row tailors that had a really good cut and real line. I would combine that with the most copied block, that is a pattern, for a riding jacket, which was Lambourne, and I'd put a little huntsman touch in it as well, perhaps in the way that the pleat at the back was drawn up. And I got very, very lucky. In the 1960s, when I left this company, W.W. Gibson, they had 4 floors, and Mr. Gibson's very old-fashioned man, he wouldn't have a sale. Anything that was unsold would be just put upstairs. And I used to go upstairs and look at all this 1920s stuff, and I bought everything off the top floor. I think for about £20 or something, which was quite a lot of money then. One of the things I bought was some alpaca lining. Now, alpaca lining at some point in the 1950s got really expensive. Maybe all the alpacas died or something, I don't know. I had this. Now, the first time I took this in to sell to somebody in Soho, he said, maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but what you've got here is actually quite valuable. I think I just sold some to him for 10 shillings a metre. He said, look, I've got friends in Savile Row that will buy this for a lot of money. And he introduced me to somebody in Savile Row. I went round to see them, and they said, oh yeah, we'll take the role. And I very, very cleverly said, no, sorry, this stuff is scarce. Everybody wants it. I've got a rule. I will only sell you 2 metres a week. So that means I was making regular deliveries to Savile Row and collecting money, way, way more than I'd paid for this stuff. And I was popular. I was really they were very glad to see me. And so I met as young guys, guys like Norman Horsley, who later became head of Anderson and Shepherd. I knew guys, Huntsman and other, Leslie Roberts, and they were buying this alpaca lining from me, and it was so scarce. That gave me access to the back rooms, and I'd say, well, what's this? And there'd be some uncollected suit or whatever that was my size. So I was able to get hold of uncollected Savile Row suits at very low cost to me. So when all my friends were buying Burton suits, I'd be in Savile Row. Let's make up, sweetheart. We should never part. Don't let foolish pride keep you from our side. How can love like ours be ended? Why, it's a talk of town.